Okay, people, I said I'd make meals with this food that I've been canning. Anyway, there's that chicken that I just recently canned, right? I put it in here. Like I said, you have to bring it to a boil, and then you can turn down your heat, and you can just kind of boil it gently. I added a little bit of potato water in there because I boiled up some potatoes and I mashed them. First, I was just going to have mashed potatoes with mushroom soup and garlic, and then I decided I wanted that canned corn that I made. So that's been cooking, and now it's ready to go. And then I decided, I said, Andre, well, what do you think? Do you think we should have some chicken too? And he said yes. So then what I did is I have this, which is a brown gravy mix. It's really simple. I only put like 2 tablespoons in that just to thicken it up a little bit, right? You can see it's nice little gravy. Well, it's kind of runny, but it's really, really tasty. If I boil it down just a little bit more, it will be okay. I don't need too much more flavoring on it because it's already tasty. And plus we've got the mushroom soup and the corn yet. So hold on. Okay, so I ended up pouring the juice from the corn because I added a bit of water. And then I just added a little bit more of that brown gravy mix. You can see, pretty simple. There you go. Okay, people, so now it is June 9th, 2020. Just playing catch up. I'm on Global News. Do you see that? They're covering, because they work for the government, people. Okay, Global News is not an independent news source. Apparently, Global News buys this woman her clothing. Not so much her jewelry, right? But apparently they supply her fucking clothing. Okay? That's why she's coming out with something new every day that she gets up on the mic. Anyway, this is just a recent little update that they did, I guess, yesterday. I don't know what I was doing. I was doing the X Club. I was clearing out the X Club, people, right? Turning it back into a painting room, right? Craft room, science room, the whole 9 yards. Anyway, Global News. Okay, this was, when was it streamed? 17 hours ago. We're looking at June 9th. So this was done yesterday. Now, we know that the province of British Columbia, their website, since all this has happened with mainly ShaMay, I don't know about Uncle John, but anyway, I'm shadow banned from the province of British Columbia, Canada. That shows you their democracy. They don't want to deal with medical kidnappings of the elderly being tucked away like they're dirty secrets. They don't want to be dealing with murder by fentanyl and cops covering up murder, BC Coroner's Office covering up murder, right? You know, and then organs being illegally harvested, right? They don't want to deal with any of that shit. So they just ban me because they know they can play the court game. Do you see? Now, I did a post here. What this person said, stop believing these traitors. Corona is a hoax. Okay? Truth pigeon. All right? Anyway, I came in. There's a whole bunch of posts in here. All right? Obviously, this person's getting flack, right? Because, you know, this is what I wrote. I'm going to keep this little video short. Let's see if, okay, there it is right there. You can see. Let's see if Global News shadow bans this post. British Columbia, Canada participates in illegal organ harvesting as the government continues to ignore murder by fentanyl that brings in bodies for organ harvesting as taxpayers pay for this heinous crime that is being facilitated through the public union sector. My daughter was murdered with fentanyl on April 11th, 2018, and the RCMP and BC Coroner's Service covered it up so that her organs and teeth could be illegally harvested in a hospital setting after her body was taken there under false pretense as listed under the Criminal Code of Canada, and then hospital staff illegally embalmed her body and let it rot on a hospital bed for 9 days as staff continued to falsify her medical records. No reporting on that, but hundreds of thousands of dollars being funneled into a corrupt healthcare system, as hundreds of thousands of dollars laundered through the illegal sales of body parts and including my daughter's teeth. Now, let's just see if Global News, that professes itself to be an independent news media, allows that post to stay up so that people can catch wind of what the heck is really going on in this province. Okay? This coronavirus is being used as a distraction away from those hard-working men out on the construction sites who just happened to go home and accidentally kill themselves or decided they don't want to fucking live no more and, do a little bit of British Columbian dope that's been laced with fentanyl because the government knows it's the fentanyl that brings in the bodies, and the system is already in place to harvest those bodies like cattle, people. One man's junk is another man's treasure. It doesn't matter where the treasure comes in from, whether it's from the street people, from the construction workers, or from people like ShaMay who are sitting up in their living room at 8 o'clock in the morning getting ready to go to sleep after looking after the baby all night long and then having some creep up behind her, fucking whack her on the head and do whatever the hell he did, kill her, and then have the fucking cops cover it up, and nobody wants to report on that? Because if you start reporting on that, then they're going to have to fucking close down the fucking shop now, aren't they? Hey, they're going to have to close it down, people. They're going to have to clear out the swamp, clean out the swamp, drain the swamp in the hospital system. They're redirecting so much money into the hospital system by hooking up bodies and doing whatever they do with their morbid science experiments, people. Oh, don't touch ShaMay. You gotta wear gloves. You gotta wear a gown because she's got a superbug. How the fuck did she get a superbug on her skin in a matter of freaking 4 hours? For 3 hours, people. From 6 o'clock until 9, all of a sudden she had a superbug. No, people. They were making people wear gloves so that they couldn't feel what her skin really felt like. Because they were hiding the fact that her body was embalmed. So they wanted to make you scared to touch it. That was one reason they fucking did that. Plus, superbug was the code word so that as she went through the system to get her body cremated, the people that are fucking within that network of criminal activity, like the criminal organization that are running these bodies through our public union sector on their own assembly line, they just fucking made sure the right guy got a hold of that body and they cremated it. They didn't even autopsy it, people. They fucking lied. Is Global News going to fucking report on that? Oh, well, no, they can't because Judy Chorney filed a lawsuit and, we don't want to talk about that because it might bust the case wide open. Well, let me tell you something about these fucking dirty fucking cops. Oh, they'll come in and say, oh, no, yeah, sure, we're going to do an investigation, but shh, don't talk, because if you talk, we're not going to get all the information. No, people, what it is it stalls for time. As a matter of fact, I've been through the fucking forest already. And yes, Claudette, right? Regis Blaski's, Korinsky's mother. I know her, okay? And she's just coming into the fucking game. They're telling her, oh, well, don't talk, okay? Or telling people don't talk. They wanted to, what is it called? Interview her. But after some leak came out with some cop saying through some news agency that all he seen was the hand. Like I said, what is it with the fucking hand and cops, right? Because that's all we got to see as we were forced outside in the rain on the porch. The kids just got to see Ciera's hand. Well, apparently this cop seen the hand on the rail before this girl fell to her death. And then once Claudette heard about that, the family decided not to talk to the fucking cops like me. They called me up, well, tell us all about Ciera. Who was she? What was she like? No, you already fucking know what she's like because you people are the ones who fucking created her. Ciera was crying out for help for how many fucking years, people? Right? At the hands of a social worker that threw her out in the fucking streets. And by throwing her out in the streets, at the end of the day, what did it get her? It got her in a fucking snuff movie. Something that global news won't report on any more than they will report on ShaMay. Because we don't pay their wages. This government, right? The one that they buy this outfit for. This, you know who? Dr. Who, right? Dr. fucking who, huh? You know, they're the ones who pay global TV. So they're going to report on what they're told to report on, people. And they'll keep fucking Fraser Health authorities and CIBC banks and the province of British Columbia government. Doesn't matter if it's the Liberal government. Doesn't matter if it's the Green Party. It doesn't matter if it's the NDP. They're going to keep the government, the British Columbian government, fucking dirty secret hidden. I highly doubt that they will allow that post to stay there because they're not going to want people to go to my fucking channel and find out the truth of what is going on in this province. Because the government is capitalizing off of this shit, people, because it is the government that is using tax dollars and public facilities and public news outlets to carry on with criminal activity and keep it hidden from the public. I'd be very surprised if they allow that post to stay up. Now, mind you, you have to click on the replies to that one little thing. Nobody might never see it because nobody might fucking want to click on and read what's there. But I can almost guarantee you they'll fucking shadow ban it. They'll delete it. They'll hide it. Right? Because they're just as fake as the fucking government. Too much money is involved, people. Too much money. Like I said, all this construction and for what? The coronavirus came, they never even fucking stopped fucking construction for one fucking day. Not even for one fucking day did they stop it because of the coronavirus. If anything, they ramped it up, people. They ramped it up. Right? Because it keeps the economy going. It allows laundered money to go through the housing market. Right? It keeps the men working until they get tired and go home and do some dope and kill themselves, which feeds into another economy that the fucking government doesn't want to deal with. You know how they say Bill Clinton, right? And Hillary Clinton have a path of death around them? Because of their corruption? A whole long list of dead people because of the Clintons and their corruption within the fucking government sector? Well, BC is establishing its own fucking line of death victims to their corruption. Okay? ShaMay, Uncle John, Ciera, Amari injured at birth, so his life expectancy at best might be 45 fucking years at best, as he can never walk, never crawl, never sit up by himself, never fucking run, never be normal. And always at the mercy, people, of these things that don't want to report on the truth.